Hi, my lovelies. How are you? Guess what I'm doing today? Well, you can tell by the title. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it. But I've never done a get ready with me video, so I figured let me try it with you guys. Okay, so you know me about editing. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that, but I figure what I can do, let me see if I got enough light, is I could do what I naturally do. So sometimes I look at what other people do and I try to be on board with what they're doing and then kind of keep it up with what I do. But in this situation, I'm going to be honest. This is what I do to get ready. So there's two different big occasions where I wear makeup. One would be if I have a big event or like something I'm going to do with my husband, or I have to just kind of go to an event. It could be a professional event, performing arts, or anything. But lately it's been my husband and I going out, right? So that's one. The other one is for my acting. So what I'd like to share with you is what would I do if I was on the red carpet for Black Panther movie? All right, and I could talk to you a little bit about my acting career and why I actually didn't audition for it and all that. Okay, look at this. I know y'all gonna see that. This happens to me when I wear a book bag that's really heavy. It just rubs up against here. So when I was on my trip to the Netherlands, I had heavy book bags. I cannot believe I haven't seen this since I've been in college, man. But anyway, so just this is, I have on a little bun. I just ran out to get my eyebrows done. And I get them threaded, by the way. And my hair's still wrapped in the way that I wrap it the night before. I'm gonna put my earrings on because I always have my little hoops. And I think when I'm done, these might be the earrings I'll wear. I would prefer to wear bigger ones, like really big ones. So this is the goal. I did not audition for Black Panther, the movie. I could have done that. That could have been something very easily. What happened was I was on a hiatus with my acting, and I got back in the game, started auditioning again last year around this time. I gave my pictures to an agent, and I pitched for an agent, and I got a new agent. Around this time is when he started sending me out last year. It was after they already casted for it. So I remember there was a meme saying, if you're a black actress and you didn't get on this movie, then you need to fire your agent. That's so funny. I ended up leaving the agent, but it wasn't because of that. It's because I really want to be in another area. Right now I'm in North Carolina. I'd like to actually be in Atlanta. So I wanted to get an agent there. So, pray for me, y'all. Okay? All right, so this is the deal. I don't see myself. I have a mirror and I'm trying to find there you can see my mirror. I'm trying to figure out where to put this mirror so I can literally see myself, and I can't see it over there. I think I'll leave it up here. This seems to be the best place to keep it. Anyway, all right, so I want to get ready with you the way I would if I was going to do any kind of event as an actress or any event as a performer where I'm going to be honored at the event. That's one thing. And I'm going to kind of crisscross it with a date with my husband for Valentine's Day. So it's getting ready with me for Black Panther movie. I have some ideas of some things that I want to wear over here and some colors. I've already decided what I'm going to wear, but I want to show you the process that I went through to decide on what I'm going to wear. I love opportunities to wear something to express myself. I love Halloween. I'm a Christian, and I don't really believe in the darkness of Halloween, but I love character, wearing things that are fun, getting into character and all that fun stuff. You know what I mean? I just love that stuff. So as long as I put Jesus first, always. So I'm never even going to put my culture before I'm putting Jesus, my sex before I put Jesus. Jesus comes first for me. So I notice in these last days that people are getting all that twisted, and the enemy is very happy you are, because he's hoping you get so caught up in all these other things that you lose sight of the fact that being a Christian comes first. Then all your other titles come after that. Okay, well, welcome to my channel, and press the like button if you like it. And I'm just going to go impromptu. I always let the Spirit lead me in what I do. But what I'm doing is, I have like a little booklet I told you about where it's called Camera Ready. Get camera ready with me. And I'm updating it with my new look and everything. And when I said that, I meant get ready with me for my DVD. This is how I got ready with the abs. This is not airbrushed. So I show people how I did it, what I ate and everything. So now you're getting camera ready with me as though I was going to be on the red carpet, or I was going to be honored in the movie or something like that. But what it really is getting ready with me because I'm going to go see the movie dressed up really cute. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm always creating things. God's always giving me creative things. This right here is my little bag that I take to on the set with me whenever I'm in a movie or something. So the way I wear my makeup is more when I go on. This is another thing. If I wear my makeup, I wear it in a certain way for an audition, for if they said, if I was going to go and audition for any role on this, you know, what would I wear my hair? Or if I got the part and I was going to do the red carpet, you know, things like that. So I'm just going to kind of blend it all in and do what I naturally would do. So I was a Mary Kay consultant at one point, and now I just use it for myself. So I've already done my face. I've already done all the stuff to clean it and to get exfoliated and everything with the microdermabrasion and my moisturizing moisturizer and all that stuff. I got that. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is, now sometimes when I'm out of my Mary Kay stuff, I just do what I need to do, you know? So this is some MAC stuff. This is from MAC. And remember, I am older and I'm old school. So I just do what I do and I really don't think about what everybody else is doing. So there might be a lot more advancements to makeup and what people do, but I'm just going to do what I do, okay? So first thing I'm going to probably do is, I wish I had some Q-tips with me. I knew there was going to be something I forgot. Usually I have everything I need in my little handy thing here so that if I'm on set, I can get it, like a bobby pin or anything like that. I have it available. And of course, I do have some Q-tips because I would need that if I was on the set. So here are some Q-tips. I'm going to go ahead and do my dark spots. So I have dark spots. I should do it over here. But I'm going to go ahead and do my dark spots just so that I can get that going. This is going to be really weird to y'all. But let me tell you right now. Whatever you do to get your finishing touch that you get, do what you do to get your finishing touch, you know? My mom used to use lip gloss on her eyes, and that was just her way. Nobody else cares as long as you don't care. You know what I mean? So this is really high concealer that I'm using. But what I noticed with my foundation is that I'm lighter than I was in the summer. I'm lighter. So what I'm a busy woman. What happened was I started dancing for my dance fitness classes so much that I started to pull away from makeup, you know, because I end up sweating anyway. So I do my basic makeup every day, which is just regular foundation. And I just do regular foundation, lipstick or lip gloss, eyeliner, and mascara. That's kind of what I do on a regular basis. Every time I'm in this room, in my office, I always feel like there's something going on. I'm itchy. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so my Mary Kay foundation here is it's a medium. It's for normal to oily skin. It's bronze 708. So it's my summer color, my darker skin. So I'm going to need to mix it with something else. If you see it, it's really dark. So I decided, now remember, I'm going to do me. I'm going to put some of my concealer with it, is what I've been doing lately, because I noticed it's just a little too dark and it looks funny. So I'm going to make it a little darker. And I just want to keep my tone, and I'm kind of like, I'm not going to order any more right now. I got too much life going on, as you know, going to the Netherlands, all that. So that, yeah, that looks more close to my color. And you're supposed to match your neck, by the way. It's a little light. Let me see here. Let me darken it up a bit. Oh, yeah, that's more like it. That's better, actually. That looks like my color. Okay. All right. So that looks like my color. Now, the problem with doing that is that it feels sticky when I do it. I'm not going to worry about it because I get too busy to worry about that kind of stuff. So... So I'm putting this all on my face. This is what I do. If I was getting ready, I would definitely exfoliate my face more than I normally do. I definitely start with that. I don't do that all the time, but I would do that. Put a little bit more I'm going to put a little bit of this too because I don't want it to be looking funny on one spot. And I think, that might be too light. Okay. Yeah, that's a little light. Yeah, that's way too light. That'll look funny. Okay. Yeah, that's too light. All right, so that's where I start. This is your basic, natural, just kind of, it's getting darker out there. Can y'all see me? I hope it's enough light. Yeah, I just want to make sure y'all can see me. Man, I wish it was brighter. Anyway, after I put my foundation on, I might put a little bit more of this under the eye, just so that you have that light brightness under your eyes, you know? And I would put some up here too, just to make sure that it's a little light in certain areas. And I would lighten up under the eyes, just so that I'm not looking sleepy, you know? And you know, sometimes when you put on your, eyeliner mascara, there's still a residue of it, you know? So you want to make sure you didn't overdo that. I wish I had done this earlier where it was lighter in here. Okay, so I got that going. I hope you can see me good. All right, so there, I'm good with that. Let me just brush my eyebrows just a little bit. Where's my eyebrow brush? There it is. Old stuff. I can't wait till I get that light I want to get. Might as well do a little bit of that baby hair while I'm at it. Baby hair while I'm at it. Okay. All right, so that's what I do first. Okay, that's what I do first, as you can see. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to do it in a minute. First, I'm going to get my eyeliner on. All right, so I did my foundation. I'm going to go ahead and put on my eyeliner. Going to do a natural. Everything's going to be what I really would do if I was either going to be on the red carpet or if they said, we want you to come into an audition for a role for the, are they Rwanda woman? What are they called for Black Panther? Y'all comment below. You know me with remembering all those little details. Okay, so let me get up here a little closer. Wish I had done it earlier. Okay. I like that it's a lot more on top than on bottom, but I like a little bit on the bottom. Okay, so now I'm going to do this side. Here we go. Get the eyes done first. Get that done. I wish I was closer. Yeah, oh yeah, that's looking good. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I don't do a whole lot on the bottom. My daughter likes to do her little tail at the end. Remember in middle school, I used to do that all the time. So just to tell you a little bit about my acting career. So I've been acting for a very long time. Y'all know that I'm way over 40, very close to 50 now. Ooh, crazy. That sounds so crazy, but it's true. And I'm gonna do the eyelashes later because I'm gonna get these eyes looking good. All right, so I got a few palettes here. These are things my daughter helped me with. This is from, what is that? LKR, I don't even know what company this is. What company is this one? Honestly, I can't tell what company it is, but that's the color. And then she gave me this palette here. It's beautiful. It's for contouring. So that was like when everybody was getting all crazy with contouring. Then she felt that this was a good color for me. So, I mean, people are always picking colors like this for me. Whenever I go to a makeup artist, they're always doing that. So maybe I'll use it. We'll see. I love this gloss, by the way. But I'm going to probably do red. And we'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do. All right. So that's for contouring. So I don't really want to contour right now. I am not about that contouring stuff. And I just do things as I do it. Okay, so I did the eyeliner. Let me see if I like the eyeliner. This one looks thicker than the other one. So let me just, I really like this one. But the other one looks a little thicker. So I'm going to do that. Okay. All right. So I got the eyeliner on. I put the mascara on last. Maybe I will do the cheeks now. Let me do the cheeks. So this is animal hair. It's expensive. I'm going to go ahead and do this and see what happens. I don't do a lot, y'all. Remember, I don't do a lot. I don't know if you can see it. I love that. I love natural. If you saw my thing I did for how to dance in heels for your husband, you know, girls, ladies, the men, I don't know what these people are doing here on YouTube, but men really want to still, they want to see an essence of you. For my wedding, that's what I wanted. I wanted him to look at me and say, that's her, that's my wife. I recognize her. I recognize the hair. So that's why I kept it natural, my natural afro, but I made it really cute with my little tiara. I'll show you some pictures. But I think they want to recognize their wife, but see her in a special way. So she looks a little extra beautiful. Why isn't that coming out? Maybe it's coming out, but it's dark and I can't tell. Okay. All right, so that's that. Now I'm going to do what I used to do back in the day. Let me see if I like this. Do I like that? I think I do. I like golds on me, guys. I really like golds because I have like a gold undertone like my mom. My mom looks like Tina Turner, by the way, y'all. She looks like Beyonce. When she was little, she used to look like little girl Beyonce. And when she got older, she looked like Tina Turner. So sometimes I get her undertones. You know, I have her undertones. And the colors that are good for her are usually good for me. You know? So this is what I would do. I really like doing this right here. I like that. I like that feeling of having that. I like that. We used to call this like wedding eyes, you know, when you're getting married. And then you kind of, this is like if you're just a simple girl, simple woman, you just want to highlight your beauty, but you don't want to get crazy and look like somebody else. Like, I don't know why somebody would want to, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to use this contouring for something right now. I used to love the Marilyn Monroe, like, sleepy eye. I used to love that eye where it's like, you know. Okay, so when I've been acting all my life, I found out that I was good in 3rd grade when I played the Witch and the Queen in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I could have been Snow White. I know that sounds crazy, right? But I was actually so good that I was up for any role that was available, including Snow White. But I was bullied by a Hispanic girl. I grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood, y'all. I speak Spanish fluently. If you want me to speak Spanish, comment below and I will do that for you. But I do. I grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood. It was Puerto Rican, Washington Heights, New York City. So it was Puerto Rican when I was really little. My best friend was Puerto Rican. And we used to go up and down the fire escape to visit each other all the time. Now, I hope I can see this good enough to do this well. Anyway, that's what I used to do. And so I was in a New York City school district. The teacher was not so nice to me. But when I did that part as the Witch and the Queen in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, she fell in love with me. I actually made her look good because I was so good. And I got a standing ovation, and from that moment, and my mom and I never felt close to her like I really think I should have been, but she always lit up when I acted. She always showed me so much love, and I got her attention, and she said, "You're really good." And that's the day I decided I wanted to be an actress. And so I killed it. I mean, I was just such a natural at acting. And I fell in love with acting, and I knew that's what I wanted to do, is be an actress. I wish I had some smoky, dark stuff, but that's okay. We'll work with that. All right. So anyway, After doing that, then I kept going, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm liking this. I'm liking the attention that I'm getting, because I was actually the second oldest, a knee baby, ended up being the middle child. And then, gosh, I need something dark, but I don't have it. So I'm just going to have to play with this. I'm going to have to play with one of the contouring ones, the dark one, and see if that does what I want it to do. But I'm dark, so it's just going to look just like me. It ain't going to look like I did anything. Wait. I'm seeing something. I do see something there. Okay, something's happening. All right. So anyway, what I did was I set out to be an actress. I said, that's it. I'm going to be an actress. And then I ended up being in plays in it was in elementary school, 3rd grade, that I did that. And then I was young for all the things that I did. I was always in chorus in school. You know, New York has a lot of performing arts going on there. You know that. And so I was always in chorus. And I did borough-wide chorus, which was a big deal in New York. I went to a lot of performances. We used to get it for free back then. You know, inner city kids would get that kind of stuff. So I had performing arts going up. I mean, that was just my life. I was so into performing arts, you know. I was a dancer, I was an actress, and I was in chorus. That was it. I was always in it. My family, we were all singers. I, for some reason, always got hoarse. Like, as you can see in here, I'm itchy and stuff. I didn't know. You saw in Blackish when the grandma says, because she was broke, they were poor when she grew up. She's like, we didn't have allergies when I grew up, to Junior, because he said he had allergies. Well, we were kind of like that. Like, nobody really admitted to the fact that we might have allergies. I think I did. I found out later that I had a problem with my voice and everything because of the environment, smoke, or any kind of like powdery stuff that's in the air. It affects my throat. So I would have this beautiful voice, but it would come and go. It's a rainy day right now, so today maybe my voice will be okay. I haven't warmed up in a while. I should see if it sounds good. Nah, I don't want to embarrass myself. The problem is I don't get embarrassed very easily. I don't know. But anyway, so let me bring the light closer because it's getting later out there and y'all won't be able to see a sister. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me a little bit better. Okay, so I was in borough chorus, and one of my highlights of being borough chorus, I was in borough chorus before I was supposed to be, because I was always tagging behind my older sister who was the singer. She went to performing arts, LaGuardia High School. She made it. Everybody, you know, everybody in Washington Heights wanted to be famous, and now when I see Miranda, whatever his name is, you know what I'm talking about. He talks about Washington Heights. So much came out of Washington Heights when they had to do performing arts, including me. Manny Ramirez, the baseball player, came from Washington Heights as well. He was in my class, my high school class. But anyway, so in 3rd grade, I found out that in 6th grade, when it was time for me to graduate from elementary school, I was in the graduation play, and they had already picked who they wanted. And I was not really respected too much as a dark-skinned little girl. I just didn't have that respect. I don't know if it was because of my complexion. I don't know what was going on, but I didn't have the hang up. Because my parents really raised me to feel like I was so beautiful. I just noticed I just wasn't treated right. I don't know why people act like they do, but they did. Anyway, I was always so happy, you know, and I always had like great skin, great teeth, great complexion, and I was very talented. I remember everybody always saying those things to me. Man, this thing is falling apart. So I'm gonna need my that's how long I've been doing that I haven't done my makeup. My stuff's falling apart. Anyway, so I better start doing it more. I think I'm losing some of this up here in the middle of the ball. Yeah. And I think I want some more. Gosh, I hope this comes out okay. I haven't done this in so long, y'all. I haven't done this in so long. So anyway, I started my dancing at 7 years old. My mom realized that I was a dancer, so she put me in this. A lot of the things we did were free, and they were, you know, like community free stuff for kids in the community. You know what I mean? There's so much of that going on in New York that we could always find something to be a part of. We did PAL, we did everything, and there was always performing arts stuff. So anything that I could do that was performing arts, my mom put us in. And so my mom did this thing. They had this thing going on for kids, young people, and it was, you know, pick something to do that, pick something that your child can be a part of, that's part of the government. You know, I don't know if it was government, if it was local, I don't know what it was because I was a child. But my sister took karate, my other sister took karate, and my mom knew to put me in dance. And that's when I started dance at 7. So I always was a dancer. I was always very articulate, very bright, very mature, like a Disney kid. You know how Disney kids are? They're always speaking like an adult. I was like that. I was like that. I was like always doing things like that. And I had such a positive outlook on things too, no matter how hard life was, because life was very hard for me. And I didn't know that it never affected me. People said I was always smiling. A little trick with keeping your lipstick on. If you do lip liner all over your lips, the lipstick stays on longer. So I'm going to do that. So here you go. And I like this color. This color it's Mary Kay, and it is berry. It's a berry color is what it's called. And I love it. And the eyeliner is from Mary Kay as well. And the foundation is. But the concealer was from MAC. And I told you the foundation was 708. It's my summer color. I'm 608 right now, but I don't want to go buy another one right now. Anyway, so I just figured I'd mix it. Okay. So when you do that, apparently the lipstick stays on. So we did that. At 7 years old, I started dance, modern dance. I never did ballet. And I knew I was a natural. I just knew it. But I was so in love with acting, and I just loved that feeling of being on stage and just the applause. I don't know. I wasn't paid. I think now looking back that I was needing some affirmation because I've been through a lot. Now I know why I love acting. These days I know why I love acting. But back then I loved it. I don't know if I want to touch this because I kind of like this. It's kind of rosy. This is more red. Look. Wait a minute. That's nice too. I like that. No, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice because there's some kind of burgundy in the outfit I'm going to wear. Oh, yeah. This is going to work. This is going to work. I like this. What y'all think? Comment below if you like it. So this one is not from Mary Kay. It is red. Bam. Red. 405. The company is Collection Exclusive. Is that Zoe? I don't know where I got it from, but it was probably when I got married. I have a lot of makeup from when I got married. And I went outside of my Mary Kay thing so that I could do the marriage, get married, have my daughter. She just kind of talked me into going outside of my norm. I feel like I'm putting on too much because I feel like I can't see it, but I hope I'm not. Okay, so I don't like putting too much though. Let me tell you, just like with the dancing, do not overdo the makeup. I don't really care who's overdoing it on here. What makes me so sad sometimes is when I see people with makeup on and they look stunning. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you look stunning. Then I see it without and I'm like, that's a different person. That's not good. That tells me, I don't know. I think it's fun for art and when you're just doing it for fun. But if you're constantly doing it, it's like what I was doing with my weave. It's like you're living another person. You're living out yourself being another person. Okay, so back to my journey. So basically, I learned, I started to dance, of course. I took my dance classes. When I was in middle school, I was always a go-getter. I didn't need an adult. I would go on auditions without anybody. I've been on the Apollo by myself at 14, acting. And I auditioned. I went on the Cosby Show to audition by myself. Well, I used my sister's connections because she was in the industry. Y'all remember, Keith Sweat and what do you call it? Guy, the group Guy? I was on their video. I was one of the girls on their video. My sister was friends with them. Excuse me. So, and who was it? How could I forget what's his face from back in the day? I'll be sure. So my sister was friends with I'll be sure's wife, Kim. I think her name was Kim. She used to hang out with them all the time because she went to LaGuardia. So she knew all these people that were famous and stuff. And so I'm the little sister that I felt like I was destined to be famous. I just knew it in my spirit. So I tagged along. I got connections because my sister was more laid back and very like, she just wasn't like me in the go-getter sense, but she has still a voice like an angel, guys. My sister's voice is like, you remember Faith Hill? Like, they both could probably do a duet together. She has an angelic, sweet voice, beautiful voice. I just love my sister's voice. And of everybody else, she was the only one that was my biggest fan with my voice. I would always feel insecure with my voice because my sisters could sing, my mother can sing, and I could sing one day and the next day sound horrible because I didn't know what was going on with my voice. The Lord actually has put on my heart that if I could ever get my voice back, because I did, there was a time when I lost my voice. I'll tell you that another time. But anyway, I promised the Lord that I would sing for him if I could get my voice, and I obviously have it, and I'm kind of nervous about singing. So anyway, in 6th grade, I actually did the play that was on, and they already picked everybody based on some kind of rule, I guess. Certain class already had all the good roles, and then I was just like sitting there like, man, I just love acting. I will hope, and I'm so good. I hope they pick me. So they were acting out the lead roles, even though they were a good class and they were supposed to be picked to be the best or whatever. I was poised and behaved, and I was doing the right thing, and they kicked the lead actor out, and they needed somebody, and I got the part. I got the part as a guy. I was Tevye, I think, in Fiddler on the Roof. I know that sounds crazy, but I was so proud because as a theater actress, I felt like if you could play something that's totally opposite you, then you're a good actress. I was so proud to play a white Jewish male. I was so proud of that I could portray that I thought I'm the real deal. So now my goal was to be the first black actress. Now remember how old I am, so this is way, way back. To get Academy Award, I already could picture myself up there accepting my award, doing like Whitney Houston did. She always says, first and foremost, I want to give thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, from which all things, she just went on with it. She brought that in. And then I know who brought it out, but I won't talk about it. But now people don't want to do that anymore. But you know what? When I get my award, I'm going to make sure I do it. So anyway, so I fast forward a little bit. I ended up going to middle school. When I got to middle school, there was nothing there for performing arts. Nothing there at all. So what I ended up doing is going to Harlem School of the Arts. I'm sure y'all have heard of it. Now, this is something I do that I don't know if y'all do, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to darken this with my mascara. Y'all like, huh? Come on, y'all. You can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to do things everybody else does. So that's what I do. That's usually what I do. I do it natural. Now, its key is to come back and put some more mascara on when you're all done with everything, okay? Just to make sure. Now, I don't know. I would love if I had darker smoke here. That would be great. I could improvise, and I could use my mascara. I could use my this, which I might just do. Maybe I'll do a little bit. A little bit of that. This is my eyeliner. Because I don't know where my smoky stuff is. I need to go shopping for some makeup, don't I? You got to be ready for opportunities. So I might end up being on a red carpet soon, or be invited to an event, a gala or something soon. So I can't be in my sweat stuff all the time dancing. I got to be ready just in case, right? So anyway, 6th grade, I went to Harlem School of the Arts. That's when I auditioned for the Performing Arts, LaGuardia High School. This is a little sad, but it's part of my story. It's really hard to tell y'all my story without telling you the sad stuff, because I just like to be positive. But my Mary Kay director told me, she said, you need to write a book about your life. Yeah, God, if y'all ever knew the stuff I've been through. Maybe one day I'll open up, but I think I'll save it for a book or a movie. I don't know. Who do you think would play me? Comment below on who you think could play me. But anyway, I think that's going to have to be it. This is what I do, y'all. I don't try to make my nose look pointier. I don't try to make myself look anything different from what I really am. This is just me right here, Got my little thing here. Yeah, this is me. This is what I look like. I think I need to put a little more pink. I don't know. Why this thing, is it old, you think? Or am I just dark and you just can't see it? Okay, let's see if this comes on. Look at that. Oh, there. Now I see some color. Yeah, that's good. I see a little bit of color coming on now. See, I don't want it to be too much, though. Then you look like a clown. You don't want people to know exactly what you did with your makeup. You got to make sure you blend it, blend it. There you go. Okay, I like it. put a little mascara on, then we're gonna get dressed, okay? All right, so I went there. That's when I really got so excited. It was like, you know, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm determined to make it to LaGuardia High School. I'm in New York City. That's the biggest high school to be a part of. I auditioned. My sister auditioned and got it. Everybody in the neighborhood did. My sister's the only one. Her name is Yvette, by the way. She looks like me. I just look different, but if you saw her walking down the street, you would just almost think that that's me. But she's fair skinned, has bigger hips, smaller waistline, fuller lips. And I think she has more African features, like her nose and her lips and stuff. But we look a lot alike. That's my older sister. So, this isn't that bad, y'all. Let me see. What do y'all think? Not bad? Not bad. Not bad. Okay. All right. So, I did that. And so, she made it to, while I'm doing Harlem School of the Arts, and that's when I got my real acting training. It was amazing. I'll never forget Harlem School of the Arts. I did dancing, I did acting, and I think I also did singing. I did everything there. I did that on Wednesdays. I would just take a bus after middle school and go. I was such a go-getter. I am a recovering overachiever, so I've done a lot. So that was that. When I was 6th grade. I'm in 6th grade, even before I think it was 6th grade. When I was that young, I was too young to be a part of Bora Y Chorus. Now I'm going to do my hair. And this is my little rap that I do at night that I always tell you I'm doing, guys. So here we go. I usually put oil on my hands and then I take it out. So here we go. I'm going to take it out. Let me take some of this. Just make sure I took all my foundation off my hands and everything. So basically, after I got into Bora Y Chorus, that's when we performed at Carnegie Hall in New York with my sister. Of course, a lot I did was because of my sister opening the door. She was calmer than me and not as much of a go-getter in the way I was. She just God just blessed her. She was always blessed to have opportunities and things. I fought for my opportunities and, you know, always did. And I'm grateful for that because it kept me on top. It kept me I never rested on my laurels, you know. Meanwhile, so then after that, I did that. Then I went into high school, and then I became like the famous actress of high school. I went to George Washington High School, which is right up the block from where I grew up. I don't know if any of you know anything about George Washington High School, but that's where I went. And I was like the star of the school when it came down to acting. But I took acting and I took dance. Now it's time to decide which one you're going to do. They're both equally your talent. Which one are you going to do? Singing, I always was in chorus, but I always knew I struggled with not knowing what my voice would do, you know? So then I remember making the decision. I remember my acting teacher and my dance teacher fighting over me. They both were like, no, because they know whoever is good is going to make their department better, you know? So I made the decision that it would be acting. Even though dance came so natural for me, I always felt like because I didn't take ballet, that I was missing some things. And I struggled with the split. You know, I never got the split. So I thought, you know what? My heart is in theater. So I picked theater. And then he was probably like rubbing it, you know, in her face, my dance teacher. But anyway, that's what I did. And I won a Shakespearean contest, and I went away to a school. I got a scholarship, and I won this other thing to go to a summer camp. And my acting career just started taking off in that way. I just kept winning things because I would stand out so much in my acting. Then after that, it was time. Now I'm in George Washington High School. I didn't end up going to LaGuardia. Oh, by the way, I didn't end up going to LaGuardia. What happened was the sad thing is that I regressed in my reading out loud. You might even see that sometimes because of my eyesight, but I had a problem with my mom, and she was kind of abusive in that sense because she was a teacher and she wanted the best for her child. So I really got worse and worse the more she tried to get me better. I got worse at it. And so when I did my acting and it was time for me to do cold readings, I struggled with the cold reading out loud at LaGuardia. And I remember they called me back in. They said, "Can you read this paragraph?" And that I knew was going to make the decision for them. I was struggling with it because I was actually treated bad by a teacher in what grade was that? So no, it was the acting, when I did the Snow White thing, I think that was 4th grade, because it was 3rd grade that I had this awful teacher. I stood up for this little boy, this little African-American boy, because she wasn't treating him right, and then she turned on me and started treating me really bad. And something happened where I started getting nervous, and she must have been like messing with my reading or something. But I was like in the top classes, but something changed after that. And my mom noticed it, and instead of like handling it the right way, she actually made it worse. And she threatened me and whipped me if I didn't read well. I know that sounds so sad, but the reason I only say it is because it affected the rest of my career as an actress. And I had to now, when I became a teacher, I had to read out loud to the students. When I became a mom, I had to read out loud to my kids. And that brought it back. That's when I got better at reading aloud and everything. And I also had really bad eyesight, so that didn't help. So I'm sorry to make you sad. I didn't mean to do that. But I just wanted to be honest with you. That's what was going on. And it affected me when I did my audition for LaGuardia. But that's fate, because it made me work harder. A lot of people who made it, of all my friends and people that made it, they ended up not really doing much with their life later. It's almost like they actually made it too early. Whereas I just kept going. I went to college. I minored in dance and theater, which is basically could be a major. I want to make my hair really fluffy, guys, because of... I wanted to make it big for this event, so I'm going to try to make it big. So whatever I do now, just know I'm probably going to make it even fluffier tomorrow, because I'm going to see Black Panther tomorrow, and this is what I'm going to wear tomorrow. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's part of what you're getting ready with me to do, to wear my hair the way I'm going to wear it tomorrow. I sometimes put a little pin on the side here because I like it. And sometimes I just do it to set it, and then I'll take it down later. But I think this is so cute. But just imagine, I'm probably going to make it like bigger. Maybe I won't wet it all tonight so that it can really be big tomorrow. And I might like pick it a little. Sometimes when I take it out of the thing, the back has to be like fixed a little bit because it's all twisted in the tie. So to make it positive, you know, what I ended up doing was... Okay, so in high school, I won all these awards. I was known for being so amazing. My dancing, my style, my body, all that. Then I had some hardship, but I won't go into that. Then finally coming out of that, I went to this smaller college, and I started dancing. That was like the thing that kept me alive. Dancing came back in. I did my acting, but for some reason things switched over to dance, because in order to make it through college, dancing was what kept me alive. But I did it for me because it was like my therapy. It was like perfect. God was in all of this. I got saved at 16, by the way, before I went away to that acting camp when I was in high school. I just got saved, and then I went away, and then my life was definitely... God was in everything that I was doing. I didn't get sold out for the Lord until my 30s, when in terms of like, I surrender completely to you, Lord, and I'm going to do anything you want me to do. That was when I was married and I had a baby, and I had a really rough time then too. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about fun stuff, right? So after that, I went to college. I did dance. I had like 4 classes every semester of dance. Always. I did so much dancing and so many performances that it definitely is like a double major. I just didn't do an end of year performance, and that's what you need to actually make it a major on your degree. So I was an English major, English theater major, and you could just imagine why. Because I didn't want that reading thing that I had an issue with before to affect me. I said, that's it. I'm a major in my weakness. I'm a major. My mom was an English teacher. Go figure. So you would think that I'd be the best, right? Theater kind of helped me so much with my reading and with my education, because I was always reading. I read the Bible, King James. I read theater. I read all kinds of plays and everything. So I was really good at reading. That wasn't the problem. But I was nervous about it because of my problem with that teacher and with what my mom did to overcome it. So I had to overcome it myself and be my own therapist, which was praise the Lord that the Lord was with me throughout those years, and I did overcome it. Praise God, right? But what happened? Oh yeah, so then I did all these performances. I did really big ones. We had some famous people come into the school. I went to Manhattanville College, which was all the famous Kennedys went there, the women and everything. And you know, so that was that. Let me keep getting dressed because I want to show you what I picked. So after that, you know, so here's one. I'm going to come back to my college experience and everything in a minute. In between high school and college, I did have a time where I wanted to model, and I took kind of a year off, kind of. It wasn't planned. It was because of some things that I went through in high school. I was always an excellent student and everything, and then I had a really rough time. My grandmother died, my boyfriend, a lot happened. So it was really hard the senior year, and that's why I ended up taking time off. But when I did that, I went after acting. I took acting classes locally in New York, film and television is what I wanted now, because I did so much theater and I wanted to get into film and television. I had my headshots, I did all that stuff, you know, took pictures, modeling stuff, and I did a lot. Then I said, okay, if nothing happens this year, I'm going to college. So I went to college, did my few years, went to Spain, learned Spanish, did so much with acting in that. And while that, you know, so I had all this experience, and I said, I want to go to California. So I went to California for about 3 months, and it was just a great experience. I fell in love with my children's father, came back and said, you know what? I don't like New York. I couldn't stand it. I want to say hate, but I don't want to be mean to anybody who loves New York. But I came back and said, you know what? I can still do acting in New York. So I will. Had my family, did that. We came back to North Carolina together. And then I said, the Lord led me to get back into acting again. So I did. And it was 2009. He told me to do a workout video. Well, he told me that years and years ago, but he revisited that in my mind and told me to do this. And that's when Saka was born. And then I found out that Zumba had done it. But years ago, when my son was born, that's 17 years ago, because he's going to be 17 in May, the Lord put in my heart to do that, to bring dance, salsa, merengue and stuff to America, because we didn't move our waistline. And I grew up with Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, and I knew how to do it. So I thought, you know, that's what we're missing. We don't move our waistlines. Sure enough, back at the ranch, Beto, the guy from Zumba, stumbled upon it. He brought his music and it started. I didn't know that, but I actually had this idea as a teacher, because I ended up being a Spanish teacher. So I went back to school again, got another degree in Spanish. Oh, Lord. I did a lot of stuff. So I have this amazing degree. I have lots of degrees and stuff, because when I came back home, my husband's like, you got to help me out. So I did that. I was a mom. I breastfed, all that. And that's when I had that pivotal moment in my life where I just had this moment where I gave my whole life to the Lord and said, that's it. Your will, not mine. I want to do it your way. And then we moved to North Carolina, and that's when everything came up, and I went back to into my acting and I was in Food Lion, all this stuff. That's when everything happened. I was a big fish in a small pond when I went to North Carolina. Then everything moved to Atlanta. So now I'm here. I've tried to go back here in North Carolina, but I'm like, nothing's here anymore. Everything's in Atlanta. So I put a pause in it and said, I'm going to have to go to Atlanta to do this. So in the meantime, I'm just doing my dance fitness stuff until God puts in my heart to do it. But the problem is, it's such a dark industry now, and I've grown so much in the Lord that I'm not even as interested in things like I used to be. I want something clean, nothing that has to do with the symbols that are demonic. So pray for me with that. So anyway, look at this material. It's so beautiful. And I put together a little outfit from it, and it's so beautiful, but I think it's too bright for February. These yellow tops will go great with it, and I will show that to you one day. The other thing I have is this little outfit. Isn't that cute? That you could just wear, put a little belt to it, and wear leggings. But what I chose was this material that somebody got me that I never got a chance to use. And I just cannot wait. So I didn't even want to cut it, because I also make things, you know. So, you know, when you have a gift, you end up with multiple gifts. That's how God gives you gifts. So anyway, so let me just put this pretty bracelet on. Isn't this cute? Isn't this adorable? So I figured, let me put that on. There you go. And this is what I decided I was going to do. Look at this material from the Congo. There are some refugees that came to a church I was going to, and they gave me this for free. I love purple and yellow. Look how beautiful. It's in one of my videos. Then I bought this from them, this beautiful material. So this is what I was thinking. I don't want to mess with the material too much, so I'm going to wrap it around, like it's going to be a really long skirt. I'm going to wrap it around like this, wrap it around like that, and then I'm going to tie it, I'm going to pin it in the back. So this is a long video. I know it is. But bear with me here. Ow. So I'm pinning it. Oops. Ow, ow. Trying to go fast because I don't want y'all to have to sit there through this any longer. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. This pin is not like the best pin. It seems like like a cheap pin. So let me twist it this way first. I gotta look at it. There you go. All right, so I got it like that. I'm gonna show you, I'll try to show you the rest. And so I was like, what do I do with this piece that I just cut off? So it's like a little split on the side. I'll show you. But this, isn't this cute? It's so cute, it's adorable. Okay, so this right here, I could have put on my hair. I could have done anything with, but I was like, this is what I really want to do with it. I decided that this is what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna put it around. I figure it's a little more regal like this. Look at that. Ain't that cute? That's adorable. I thought that would be really regal. And there you go. I'll put the pin here. And there you go. I got this material. It looks kind of regal. What do you think? My hair would be a little bigger than this. And I'm going to the Black Panther movie like this. And I just wish you could see like what the bottom looks like. So I'm going to try and let you see more. So let me put on the shoes. So with the shoes, I think I'm going to put just black pumps on. Let me see. Just going to put on black pumps. And wondering if I can get you to see like the whole, all of it. Let's see, maybe if I bring you a little lower, you can see more. No, you're not seeing more that way, are you? Let's see, if you're like this, you might see more. Yeah, it's a little tilted, but let's see what happens if you see it like that. All right, so now you can see my feet a little bit. See how the skirt looks on the bottom? And I have on pumps. That is so cute, isn't it? And then if I can tilt it a little bit up, you might see a little bit more of the whole outfit. So let's see if I can do that. I could call my son in here and tell him to hook his sister up a little bit here. But I'm going to try and do it on my own. What do y'all think? So I'm going to go see the Black Panther movie like this. It has, I think it has a little split. You see that cute split? It's very simple. See my little figure? It looks regal. And the color, oh my goodness. Isn't this just adorable, y'all? You know me and my walking. So that's it. So all that is my acting. I could wear these earrings in place of them. Actually, I kind of like these. So I might decide on either ones. Whatever I end up doing, I'll definitely let you know. I hope you enjoyed my story about my acting career. So now my next step is to audition from Atlanta so I could be in a Black Panther movie. The next one, maybe I'll be in the next one. But I have to tell you where I'm at right now. God has a reason for everything. I'm so grateful for my life and my story because now I know the Lord and I wouldn't take a movie for the wrong reasons. I wouldn't, I never really did, but now I am in a different place. I'm not desperate for any kind of movie. I want something that I can feel comfortable, I can feel confident in. I feel like I can feel good showing my family, and it's edifying. So being in a Christian movie would be even better. So if I have to do it on my own, I'd rather do that than to try and be a part of something that is dark. And there's a lot of stuff out there that's dark right now, and it's kind of demonic, and it's worshiping the devil, and I don't want to be a part of that. And I don't want my son, who's also in the industry, wants to be a part of the industry. He makes movies and all that. I don't want him to be a part of it. So pray for me and my journey, and thank you for being a part of everything that I'm doing. Keep Jesus a part of your journey, and thank you. So have fun. I hope you enjoy Black Panther the movie, and happy Valentine's weekend. Bye.